So today, habits of successful spiritualist, we are going to discuss. Sorry, I'm starting again for recording purpose, which I forgot. It's coming, but I'm not seeing that. Okay. So we in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan talks about five things. Very very quickly, we'll go. Atma, Jiv, Prakriti, Kal, and Ishwar. Right. And now that's it. Five happened. Right. Kal and Ishwar. Right. So, what are these things? And this Prakriti, we'll talk about Prakriti a little bit today. So, like Prakriti, we see Prakriti is what which made of three gunas. Guna, anyone knows Guna? Guna means modes of nature. Right. Guna in Sanskrit also means rassi, rope. So, this picture which you are seeing, there are three modes of nature who are controlling. We'll see that picture again in detail. Right. So when everyone has gone to cinema hall in previous time when it was not digital world, you see the light which is coming from that. That light, you will see three holes. What are those three holes from where the light is coming? Anyone knows? Three gunas. No, no, the light is not coming from three gunas. These three holes are they emanate three lights, the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, and these all colors make the whole picture. Same way, our whole everything, what we see, what we do, everything, what is there in the world is made of these three gunas. One of these three gunas, or the mixture of these three gunas. Right? All what we see, the whole Prakriti is the made of three gunas and everything what we see. So today we are going to talk about this particular thing. So three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Now, in Bhagavad Gita, in there are around 100 verses. Think I'll go quicker, so I'll not take a lot of time for that. There are around 100 verses which talks about Guna. In 14.5, God takes about tells even before that also there are some mention of Guna. But here it is there are three gunas, the modes of material nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Right. Then in 14.9 he tells about what are these mode of goodness, the conditions wants to happiness. When someone is in mode of goodness, they feel happy. When someone is in mode of passion, they feel so that they feel passionate, they feel to I let me get the result of it, right? Very active, right? And when they are sorry, when they are ignorant, it covers their knowledge, it covers their thinking consciousness, right? So this is the picture. Mode means guna means mode, right? And uh, in actual Sanskrit it means rasi. So guna means something which controls our life. Our whole life is actually controlled by these three gunas, right? And everyone, but we know that all the theory, but everyone thinks that they are free, right? But are they free? Let's see. So there is an alcoholic person. He is going to drink. He is taking alcohol. Do you think they are free? Yeah, but we talk about that they are. We have the free will. If there is alcoholic person, are they free or not? So that means they are drinking alcohol because of guna. It's not their fault. It means that, right? They are not free. So someone is forcing them, Guna is forcing them to drink alcohol. Not their fault. I did not want to drink alcohol, but ये जो तमस गुड वाले थे ना इन्होंने force कर दिया मुझे. Now I'm drinking alcohol. Right? No? Okay. The person is getting angry. Is he driven by the Guna or he is driven by his free will? Guna? So how can you say someone is driven by Guna or free will? Right. So there is a concept which comes. The person who is drinking alcohol or the person who is getting angry, it is like there is alcohol bottle kept here. You are all here, and there are some people from your office. Are you going to take the bottle? Only one bottle per person, and there's only one bottle. Who is the one who is going to take? It is your free will, right? You decide that I want to take or not. But once you have taken the alcohol and had it, at that point after you surrenders your free will. Why we say that drink and drive? It covers it covers our response time, because once they are into that mode, they have surrendered their free will. Now it's not under their control. They have actually given it to the guna. First time I took the decision. If it was a wrong decision, now it is up to guna how they want to drive. I am out of this. Right. So that's how it is being driven. We all have the free will, but we are also controlled by the guna, the way or the moment we act in one of these gunas. Right. So the more we place yourself in higher guna, the more you can exercise free will and make better decisions. So Krishna said there are three types of lifestyles. Three types of lifestyle, three types of habits, three types of character, which we all have. One is Satyagur, goodness, which is, you can read all those things later, which is nothing but in the mode of goodness, where everything becomes pure and clear. It is supports our consciousness, it is giving us higher understanding of it, right? And it makes us healthier on the physical, mental, and even spiritual level. Then there is a Rajas, Guna, like passion, mode of passion, born of unlimited desires and longings. Like, I have unlimited desire. I want to get this. I want to get that. Right? I am feeling that I should have this. What it does, it results into envy, it results into greed, and it also results in it gives pride. The spelling mistake is there, right? And people look a lot of agitated with that thing which we do does not happen. Expectations, right? I have my passion. I want the things to have in a certain way. My expectation is like that, but it is not happening. What is our reaction? We feel frustrated. We feel agitated of that, right? Why this? Why this guy who has joined in my company? Why he's not working? I have told him 10 times how to do this job, but he's not doing that. He's not doing the way I'm doing. We get frustrated. Why this guy who is driving in front of me is driving like this and that, like zigzag? He does not know how to drive. We get frustrated. Passion, because we think that everyone will drive in a perfect manner, all traffic rules followed, when we ourselves don't follow. Right. So what it does, it gives us excessive desires, movement, endeavors. And then there is a tamas good, mode of which is born of ignorance, mode of ignorance. Right. Will results into madness, indolence, and sleep, and binds the conditioned souls. It degrades our lifestyle, it degrades our spiritual life, it even degrades our mental health as well. Right. We feel like the people who are in that mode, they feel like they don't have anything to do with the world. They have no sense of achievement. They feel like disconnected from the world. Now, when you see someone, when you go inside, let's say one example, when you go inside someone's car, you actually understand someone's way of living, someone's mode, right? If the car you go and all the things are thrown here and there, एकदम गंदगी, what you will make the image of that person? ये तो बहुत ही लेजी आदमी कुछ नहीं करता है, ठीक है? And all he does is just throw away things here and there, right? हाँ, गाड़ी को गंदा करता है, correct? Huh? That's a perfect material understanding, right? So you can actually understand by seeing some person surrounding what would be their inner consciousness, because outside drives inside. We have all lived in, probably most of us have lived in hostels. We know our roommates, or we were the roommates who were like throwing things. I was the one. हमारे यहाँ एक टेबल था, उस टेबल पे पूरा इतना इतना बड़ा कपड़ों का ढेर था. So we had four roommates, me and my bunker mate, ठीक, who was like having the down bunker. Our two tables were full of only clothes. And then there were two other roommates who were two bunker mates. It was divided like that. Their portion of the room was super clean. Everything was at the perfect place. If I go to their table and things move from here to there, 1 inch, and this is like, कैसे कर दिया वो? So much tension. That much obsession. Right. So stark difference in the one room from two people. So I was one. I'm just giving my example. So when you see person They see how they are outside. You can actually see how they are inside. So Krishna says that if you want to live a better life, if you want to become wise, right, and achieve spiritual realization, try to act in the mode of goodness in everything what you do. What does it do? It brings your physical mental health. It improves your physical mental health. It helps you taking better decisions. Very important point. Mode of passion means taking hasty decisions. अरे कैसे मेरी कार को टच कर दिया, अरे इसको पीट देता हूँ, इसकी कार तोड़ देता हूँ, right? But any decision which we take, we have to live with our whole life with that decision. Any decision which we take in the mode of passion, we may regret our whole life. But when we do the decision, when we take decision in the mode of goodness, actually that improves our um, life overall, right? It helps us take a better decision and achieve more in the world. Character improves. No point explaining that, right? Everything we do in mode of goodness, our character automatically improves. Improve your relationship. Similar thing. No fight at the home. आज ये नहीं किया, आज वो नहीं किए, ठीक। अरे तुम हर बार मैं ही काम करती हूँ, तुम क्यों नहीं करते हो? ठीक। Because everyone is mode of goodness, so less fights at home. I would not say no fight, or maybe no, at least less fights at home. Right, and and when all these four things happen, what is the fifth thing which happen? It gives us a great sense of happiness. Right, when you are happy and you know it, clap your hand. Not that. Right, it gives us a great sense of happiness. People forget that, right? Okay, all right. So now we have one exercise, small exercise. You have to tell, you have to tell that what this activity means in the three modes. Yeah, thank you. Procrastination. Hmm? Some good. Okay. Listening to classical music. Satogun, Rajogun. Rajogun. It's a classical. Give them some credit. You're listening to Beethoven, not our Bollywood classical. Think of Beethoven or those kind of people. Right. Satogun. Right. Video gaming. Rajogun. Okay. Hanging out in a pub. Tamagun. Giving charity. Satogun. It is Satogun. It does not mean you are giving in the name of God, but it is Satogun. You are doing a good thing. Right. Stress from multitasking. Rajogun. Oversleeping. Arguing. Rajogun. Mode of passion. Lot of argument. Right. Driving fast. Revising 6 months prior to exam. कभी किया है? Never happens, right? But if someone does, let's take some example. If extremely rarely a person does it, then it would be Satogun. Right. Going clubbing. Rajogun. Right. Littering. Tamogun. Stealing. Even thieves do hard work. They are not inactive. That gives them some credit. Right? So they are also doing some hard work to steal. They don't get it suddenly like that. So it's a Rajogun. Eating unhealthy food, Tamogun. Or it depends what kind of unhealthy food. If it is Sada Gala, then it's a Rajogun. Sorry, Tamogun. If it is just something not pungent and all something, but too oily, too spicy, then it becomes Rajogun. And arriving late at Bhagavad Gita classes. What kind of Guna is this? Huh? Ignorance. This is Tamogun, right? So this exercise, what does it show? Like, what do you make out of it from this exercise? Anything. Random activities. It's all the activities what we do. everything what we do can be actually classified in one of the three modes of nature. Whatever in the world we do, whatever we see, whatever we do, whatever object we deal with, everything can be classified in the one of the three modes of goodness. Right. Like, and how can this is all nice, all the theory and all. How can this help us in our practical life? Right. We are all parent. Most of us are parent. Hmm? We all do a lot of activities, cooking food, driving car, doing in the office. So when we learn this knowledge, right? When we learn how this particular thing affects us, and start everything doing in the mode of goodness, right? Then it does not only on the mental and physical level improves our character, our health, but it also helps us very greatly on a spiritual level as well. That we are doing the parenting. We'll have the exercise also, a small exercise. What does the parenting look like in the mode of ignorance? Depends on. No, no, I'm asking. What activities in the mode of you become parent than you answer? It's for the parents. Okay, how does a parenting in the mode of ignorance looks like? Some qualities, some characteristic. आप बता सकते माता जी. This is a two-way class. अच्छा पेरेंट्स सो रहे तो बच्चे भी सोएंगे. ओके. ये पापा मम्मी के लिए है क्या? घर पे चलो बताएंगे तुमको. क्लास खत्म होने दो. What else? Huh? Passion नहीं, ignorance में. We are at the ignorance. What else? Ignorant parenting. हम take care नहीं कर रहे. We are ignorant about them taking care of them. What is the mode of passion? Uh, ये I can understand your pain now. दिल पे डांट लगाना. Okay, there's a mode of passion. Huh? ये नहीं करना है, वो नहीं करना है, ऐसे नहीं, वैसे नहीं. Right. So there's one small story I remember. In a court, there are two people who raised the court. Right, judge was sitting on his chair. One, the husband said, "Doctor." The lady said, "Accountant." "Doctor, accountant, doctor, accountant." They're fighting. The judge said, "Why are you fighting? Why don't you ask the child itself?" So they saw the judge, but he's not even born yet. Right. So that's a parenting in a mode of passion. We decide the outcome or the career of the child even before he is born. Right. Forget about after he is born. That we do. From class 3 he is into IT, Sri Chaitanya Narayana. He has to become engineer and go to US. Right. That's a mode of passion. And what is the mode of goodness? Hmm? अच्छी values सिखाना. Yes. What else? You'll be good parent. जल्दी इसकी शादी करेगी. What else? और क्या? मतलब it does not encompasses. Huh? So there is something which is even above mode of goodness. It's written in Srimad Bhagavad Gita also. Mode of goodness is good, but there is something called Suddha Sattva, pure goodness. When you merge the goodness with spiritual values about Bhagwan, then it becomes the pure goodness. Right? And this is what actually we should thrive for. The pure goodness. When you're teaching the value, you can teach the value of a child like सड़क पे अच्छे से करना है, बड़ों की इज्जत करनी है, ठीक है? We have to follow the rules, we have to go and study, we have to follow the timetable, all the good values, right? We have to be kind to all the animals and all those things. But when you imbibe the godly aspect into the same thing, it becomes a pure self. It becomes the pure goodness, right? That is even above the mode of goodness. So problem solving, right? We discussed a little bit of that. Problem solving, like in the mode of ignorance. What can you think? How can be a problem solving in the mode of ignorance? Estimate करेंगे, अरे हो जाएगा यार, देखेंगे. Like we do at the, like we work at the deliverable. Deadline कब है? कल है. अरे भी बहुत टाइम है, 1 घंटे का काम है. I will do tomorrow morning. कितने बजे मीटिंग है? 12 बजे? हाँ, 10 बजे करेंगे, 11 बजे हो जाएगा. That's a mode of ignorance. Problem solving in the mode of ignorance. What is in the mode of passion? Uh, I told this, it has to be done now. Okay? Mode of passion. Okay. I'm taking decision, I'm just doing. Has to be done, has to decision. Right. बस बोल दिया तो बोल दिया. एक बार जो मैंने बोल दिया उसके बाद तो मैं अपने भी नहीं सुनता. ठीक. That is the mode of passion. And then what is in the mode of goodness? सोच विचार के कर. हाँ? Like Arjuna. When he was giving the excuse, let's go to chapter 1 here. When he was giving all the reasons why he does not want to fight, it was all in the mode of goodness. He was saying that if I kill all the people here, right, they are my swajan, they they will be killed. I will be incurring sin. There will be no one to pass the values to the next generation. Irreligion will be more in the world. Because of the irreligion, the women will not be protected. Because of the women will not be protected, and the unborn, like unwanted population will be the like unscrupulous men, immoral men will advance towards them, and because of that, unwanted population will be in the world. Because of unwanted population, there will no one be to follow our culture, our uh, paddhati, like jati dharma and kul dharma, and because of that, all these things will be lost in the end, and all the pitar who are stuck somewhere, they all will be they all will be stuck there forever. He is not just thinking about himself, he is thinking about the generations to come. This is the mode of problem solving, the mode of goodness, right? But it is still is not in the mode of pure goodness, because he has not considered the God there in that all the aspect. It is still considered at the bodily level, right? So in mode of passion problem solving, when it creates more problem, I'm trying to solve the problem, it creates more problem. One story comes in 1960s and 70s in India. That's a real story. There are a lot of cobras. It's called cobra effect. That particular. There are a lot of cobras in India, right? And so government, what it does, these cobras are killing a lot of animals, and they are even hurting a lot of human also. So anyone who brings the cobra, they will get some amount of money. Now what people started doing, India, what they will be doing? Huh? नहीं मतलब killing cobra, hunting cobra, that is fine. That is what the government asked. They went one step further. They started breeding cobras. Right? Why to give one cobra when I can give five cobras? Let's have more cobras. So they all started breeding cobras, and government started what? Suddenly there are like thousands of cobras, lakhs of cobras, and people like they understood, okay, they are breeding cobras. Then they said just stop. No, 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 no more bounty. This is it. Finish off. And you know what happened then? Now that I have 10 cobra, what will I do? They left the cobra in the jungle. Previously there were 1,000 cobra, now there are 20,000 cobra. See, trying to trying to solve a problem in a mode of passion, when it creates more problem without thinking through. The same story you can not story, the same thing you can see in China also that happened. They tried to kill four type of pests, sparrow, rat, and two others. Right? They tried to kill, and it created a famine in China. Millions of people died. This is done of this is being done in the time of Mao, right? Our Maowadis, our leftists, they worship Mao, and he was such a durbuddhi guy. He was such a fool, right? But yeah, that's the thing, right? So the habits of successful people. What are the real habits of successful people? They try to do these things in the mode of goodness and pure goodness. They don't try to do these things in a way that it creates more problem in the mode of passion, or in a mode of ignorance. Right. This is what we can learn from this. So parenting, we just discussed how parenting would be a good parenting. When you teach your child how they can be a good person, and also along with the spiritual knowledge, who is God, what He does, right? If you do this, how it will help you in your life, which was more or less kind of missing in our own life, right? We, because our parents also, they were not given that kind of knowledge. Right. The maximum they were given like अरे ये करोगे तो ये ऐसा हो जाएगा डर. The fear was given, but not the modes, not the mode of goodness. So when we try to do this in the mode of goodness, in mode of spiritual goodness, Suddha Sattva, it will actually help our life. In everything we do, whatever we do, we can actually think through and then take decision, then do the things. It will help us a lot. Right. So that's what Krishna wants us to learn in Bhagavad Gita also. In Bhagavad Gita actually. So people say that I will read Bhagavad Gita when I'm 70. जब रिटायर हो जाऊंगा तब पढ़ूंगा. अरे जब मर जाओगे तो पढ़ के क्या करूं? This is the book which has to be read in now life, not after life. Or people say the Bhagavad Gita should be read when someone आत्मा थोड़े आएगी पढ़ने, आप पढ़ो. Because then only you will know how to live your life. Out of 700 verses, I told around 100 verses just talk about the modes of nature. Bhagavad Gita tells us about how we can go to Vaikuntha Dham. But if we don't even know how to live here, how we can go to Vaikuntha? First, we need to learn how to live here. Come out of this guna, become detached. Then only we can actually go to the Param Dham. Without that, it is impossible. Okay. 100% impossible. So it's not a book of afterlife, it's a book of here life. Bhagavad Gita. Right. So with that, even devotional service can also be in the mode of ignorance or passion or goodness. Can you think of an example? Like you're doing a devotional service in the mode of ignorance. Okay. That will not be a devotional service actually. Okay. But you're right. Sacrificing. Okay. I'll give you one example. 2001, 9/11. They were thinking they're doing it for their God. Taking a plane, striking with hitting a building, having thousands of people. They're thinking I'm doing good, but that was not good. That was complete pure ignorance, not helping anyone in the whole process. Right. Then in the mode of passion, नहीं तुम उससे बाहर निकलो. Come out of demon and pray. Right. प्रभु जी, I have donated 10,000 rupees. उस वाले टाइल पे तो मेरा ही नाम होना चाहिए. और पंखे पे तो मेरा नाम होना चाहिए. Remember the story? Please stop the fan. People are not able to read my name. I have donated this fan. Right. That is the mode of passion. When we try to get the result of something good we are trying to do. Right. We try to get for the name, fame, and glory. That's a mode of passion. So they are doing devotional service for the God they are donating. But then they want, मेरा नाम तो हो, वरना क्या फायदा? Then there is a mode of goodness. What is the mode of goodness? We are not greedy when we do as it is given in the Shastra. Right. We are doing the things which are given in the Shastra. Then there is a mode of pure goodness. Right. When we do for the mode of goodness, it's like I'm doing it for my purification, let's say. Right. I'm doing it so that I can become purified. I'm serving the Vaishnava, I'll become purified. But there is pure goodness where you do not even think about your own purification. You are just doing for the pleasure of the Lord. Nothing else. It is pleasing Lord, I am doing it. I don't care whether I'm getting purified or whatever. Krishna is happy, I'm happy. That's a mode of pure goodness. Right. And one example we can take this, how we can apply in our life. Right. We are discussing how our devotional service can be in one of the mode of goodness. This is what mode? Ignorance. Right. So even our chanting can be in mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. In a mode of ignorance, we see that. It's a naam aparad. Naam aparad means naam, we all know name, God's name, the holy name of the God. Apar, aparad. We are we are distancing the God's name from Radharani. अपराध अपराध इसलिए मैंने आर को वहां कैप्स किया. ठीक. When we do in the mode of ignorance, in a mode of passion, it is like we are separating Radha Rani from Krishna. ठीक. That kind of aparad. That is why it is called Naam Aparad. So how we can do actually chanting in the mode of goodness? Right time. Do it at the right time. What is the right time? Early morning. Mornings. When you have less mental traffic. Right. When you go into traffic, when you go to office, what we try to do? थोड़ा जल्दी जाते हैं ताकि आराम से ऑफिस पहुंचे, not much traffic. But when you go at the time where there are a lot of traffic, how you will feel? Lot of mental congestion. You will feel frustrated, right? Because so much things are going on in your mind. When you do it the right time in the early morning, less less mental traffic for you, right? You'll try to avoid all these thoughts coming, and you can actually more connect with the God. Right environment, not at the place जहां से बदबू आ रही है और चार लोग चिल्ला रहे हैं, ओ इंडिया जीत गया, पाकिस्तान जीत गया, साउथ अफ्रीका won the world test champion, this and that. अरे मैच, हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण, oh साउथ अफ्रीका 4, ये हरे कृष्ण, not like that, right? Not in that mode of person. So right environment also. Find out a secluded environment, find out association of devotees and do it together. Because association actually brings you, it helps you, elevates you in that particular thing. So in last class, Devil Prabhu told, last class, Pani, in one of the class, he told that two times the chanting happens the best. One when we are with our juniors, who came later than us, or when we are with the seniors, right, together. When we are with the juniors, they are like, अरे यार क्या सोचेंगे अगर मैं खराब chanting करूँगा? ठीक, then chanting happens best. When we are with the seniors, अरे यार क्या सोचेंगे मेरे ऊपर वाले कैसे chanting करता है? Then we do the best. So right environment and understand why we are doing this, what it is going to do. It's not like someone told us that's why we are doing it. That is why we have so many sastras, so many books, Naam Japa, Naam Rahasya, Japa, so many, chant and be happy. These all books are written only for that reason so that we can build the conviction what it is going to do. In this Kali Yuga, Harinam Sankirtan is only thing. There's no other way. Kalev Nasti, Kalev Nasti, Kalev Nasti, Gatiranvita. Right. We have to understand that and we have to realize that there is no other way. So take the chanting seriously, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. So just in last glorification for this chapter, it's not like it came to my mind. It's a Guru Sishya Parampara. So here's one, in this picture, here's one Swami Bhagwan Kesar Swami Bhagwan. This lecture was actually given by him. So I'm just repeating his words. And so here he is meeting. He lives in UK. He was a graduate from University of UCL. What is UCL? जो भी यूनिवर्सिटी हो, but some famous university पर भूल गया. नहीं, not that. UK University. Some UK, but very famous university. He's graduated from that, and then he took sannyasa at the age of, not sannyasa. He sannyasa took it 2 years back, but he joined the ashram at the age of 21. And here he is meeting. He was actually invited by Queen Victoria. Victoria, नहीं, Elizabeth, हाँ, sorry, Victoria to be. ठीक है, by Queen Victoria to be. So here in this picture is meeting. So केशव स्वामी भगवान की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. Sorry.